everybody, today I'm going to be doing basically a walkthrough of a date night makeup look that's going to be super simple and easy. And I have not done a walkthrough in forever because I've been on mommy mode, but I wanted to come and do a date night makeup look for you guys that you basically can use for any type of event, like a fall wedding, like wedding guest makeup, date night, back to school. It's just gonna be something very simple. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna be doing is cleaning up my eyebrows. I'm going to be using the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer. This is in the shade NC30. So I'm just gonna be using this. And I'm gonna be using a Morphe M705 brush. It looks like this. It's just for my concealer, and I do still have like some product on it from yesterday, but I'm not going to use that side. I'm going to use this side. So we're just going to clean up our brows, and basically all this is carving out your brow. And I like to get like really close so it's like super clean. And you do not have to rush this process. Like, take your time, because once you get this concealer on the brow, you might have to go back over the brow, which is why I like to take my time with it. And then we're also going to clean up the top of the brow. So basically I'm using this brush like a paintbrush almost. And now I'm going to put the rest of the concealer all over the lid. And we are going to blend this out, so don't worry. We are just doing our eyes first. So I'm just going to take a beauty blender and basically blend this out. So it is smooth, as you guys can see, and not patchy, because we don't want the eyeshadow that we're going to use to stick more in one place than the other. So yeah, so now the base is smooth. And some people like to use the Plouise base. I might end up using this, but for right now I'm not going to. So I'm going to be using the Nubian by Juvias Place palette. This palette is about $8 right now on their website. So if you're, if you can catch that promo, grab this palette. It's really nice for your neutral colors. So again, we're doing a nude eye. Well, not nude, but it's going to be very simple. So I'm just going to grab a Sedona lace brush. This is the EB13 brush. Looks like this. It's a very dense fluff brush. And I'm going to be using this shade right here, so the second shade. And we're going to use that in our crease as our transition shade. And I'm doing this very lightly, and I'm just patting that color on. And this is going to be our transition shade. Okay, now that that's on, I'm going to be using a blending brush to apply the next shade. So the next shade I'm going to be using is this one right here, second in the last row. And this is going to provide us some depth. So as you guys can see, I'm packing it in to the crease and to the outer V. And I am blending that out very lightly. And then I'm gonna swoosh it into the crease. And I'm basically just blending my transition shade and the crease shade that I've just applied to just make sure that it's blended all together and that it's like really no harsh lines or separation. And I did not use any extra product. I'm basically just blending. Now I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna use this shade right here. So the last shade in the second row, I'm gonna be using my finger to apply this directly onto the lid. And it's like super, super buttery and smooth, so that's why I'm using my finger. So pretty. And this is definitely gonna give you like that pop if you are going to like someone's wedding or date night. It's just gonna give you that pop that you need. And that's that. I really like the burnt orange shades for the fall just because it's fall. But yeah, this is like super easy for anyone to do. So now I'm gonna go back in with that darker shade that we used before with that same blending brush. And I'm just gonna make sure that everything is blended out, especially where some of that shimmer got into the crease. So we just wanna make sure that that is blended and you get like a really nice blend, basically. And then feel free to go back in and add more on top of it if that's the look that you want. But I just want to make sure that everything is blended. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner. I really like a nice thick wing. So that's what I'm going to do because I still want this to, again, be date night or special event. Okay, so next I'm going to do my lashes. I'm going to use the Pure Cosmetics Supercharged, oh no, Fully Charged mascara just on the top for now. And I'm going to be using some 25mm lashes, and I will tag whose lashes these are down below. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on, but these are what they look like, and they are called Spicy, and they are just so sexy. I love them. So I like to put my glue right onto the lash line. I find that that helps the eyelashes stick better to like exactly where you want them to go. Okay, so now I'm gonna prime my face now that my lashes are on, and I'm gonna be using the Touch in Soul. Oh no! So yes, I'm gonna be using the Touch in Soul primer, the No Pore Problem primer. And I really like this primer because it leaves your skin super smooth. So if you forget to exfoliate or whatever, especially around the nose area, this leaves your skin super smooth. Like everything just glides on. And I'm literally just using about 2 pumps. Like, it literally makes your face feel like silk. And I don't even like primer. So I'm going to be using a new foundation. I will be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation right here in the shade 365C, and it is an exact match to my skin tone. It is a little bit darker, but that's what I like. I like to be tan. So this right here is gorgeous. I love the coverage. The coverage is like medium to full, but it leaves your skin looking like skin. So this is the Luminous foundation that just came out. It is very, very comparable to the NARS makeup, their foundation, the Natural Radiant Longwear. But this one, I feel like it's a little bit better because it's not as like cakey on the skin. It's literally like skin. So just gonna use this to make sure that I get enough coverage where I want the coverage, which is normally where my sunspots are. And that should be good. You don't need a lot of this foundation, which is also what I like. And then it came with like a $10 brush with the little promotion that they had going on. So I got the Kabuki brushes, the A30, and it's just, oh, it's everything. Like, look at that. Look at that. And then this brush doesn't leave the makeup streaky or anything. It's just like, it does what it's supposed to do. Like, it just makes you glow. But I am going to use a beauty blender just to be sure that I get all the extra product off, because I did go a little overboard with the product amount. But it is really, really pretty. So next we're gonna conceal. I'll be using the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. And this is in the shade 3W. And I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna use enough. I think I'm gonna leave my forehead alone. I'm not gonna highlight my forehead. I'm just blending this out enough to where it gives me coverage. Everything should be seamless. Everything should just blend in together. Okay, so now I'm gonna set everything with a translucent powder. This is pretty vulgar, their translucent powder. I really, really like it. It's light, it doesn't have a flashback. I don't recommend it if you are darker than like a medium to tan skin tone. So you might wanna get something that's more like flesh tone if you are darker than me. And I am going to be using a brush. I'm using the Morphe M554 brush. Looks like this. It's like a flat powder brush. Excuse the product that's on it already. But I'm just literally going to brush this on. I am not baking. I'm literally just sweeping it on. And as you guys noticed, I did not take my concealer all the way under my eye, and that's because I'm going to be applying eyeshadow under there. And I want the eyeshadow to stick. Okay, so the color we're going to be using under there is going to be the second color that we used. Again, that second in the middle in the last row. And I'm going to just be using just a shader brush. And I'm sweeping that on. It's gonna give me that smoky look. Now I'm gonna be taking the very first shade, which is this shade right here, and we're gonna put that in our inner tear duct just to bring our eyes forward. Then we're going to use that mascara again. Now we're going to contour. Powder I'm going to be using is by Black Radiance, and this is in Honey Glow. It's going to give me a very soft contour. Again, really good for pictures, and really good if you are a guest somewhere or if you're out on a date. We're not going to do anything too harsh. And I like to take my contour from my nose all the way up into the brow. So feel free to take this time to add blush if you are like a blush person. I'm not really a blush person, but I will be highlighting and then putting my lips on. So for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Ofra collab with nikkietutorials, the glazed donut, and it's going to give me like that icy highlight. It's not going to be like golden or anything like that, so it's going to be icy. Because as you guys can see, it's like almost white, so it's going to give me that icy tone, which I really like for fall because it picks up really well on the camera if you are taking pictures. And just to be extra, I'm gonna put it under my brow bone. So for lips, I'm going to keep it very simple, very nude. I'm going to be using the Iman Perfect Lip Pencil in Espresso. It's just a brown lip liner. It is the same as MAC Chestnut. Just a little cheaper. And then I'm going to be using the Morphe lip gloss in Chill. Okay, so that pretty much is the look. I hope that this was super easy for you ladies, and I'll see you guys in my next video.